Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave.
Thanks to Skylar Cole for that stirring rendition of our national anthem. And we'll be right back. Welcome everyone to the NBA on 2K Sports. I'm Kevin Harlan with Greg Anthony, Hall of Famer Doris Burke, and another Hall of Famer, David Aldridge, from the sidelines. DA, take it away.
Thank you, Kevin. Seth Curry has solidified his place in the league. He says, I've just embraced my role no matter where I've been. Growing up with a pops who played 16 years in the NBA and who was never a starter, I looked up to him just as much, if not more, than the All-Stars. I wanted to have a long career, just like him. Kevin?
On his way, for sure. David, thanks. Here are the five for the Raptors. The forwards are Barnes and Siakam. Dennis Schroeder is out there with Anunoby, and it's Pirtle in at the 5 down low. And for Dallas, Luka Doncic out there with Kyrie Irving. Then there's Dwight Powell. Then there's Hardaway, and it's Williams at the 4 slot. And the Raptors doors with one of the elite front offices recognized in the NBA.
And Kevin, because of that, a highly paid one as well. Remember, a recruitment battle, not just with the NBA, but English soccer, to keep their leadership intact. But the track record is there to justify that top billing, no doubt about it.
Now, here's Doncic. And Pirtle sends it back. Anunoby kicks to Siakam. Hardaway with the steal. Doncic with it. Now guarded by Siakam. Doncic looking it over. And the foul called on OG Anunoby. That's his first foul.
Refs calling it close already as he picks up a quick early foul.
The pass to Hardaway. Pirtle with the block. And it goes out of bounds. A last touch by Pirtle. The 3 for Doncic. That shot off. Now Toronto takes it the other way.
That's the 3rd straight miss to start this game, and they're still looking for their first basket.
Ball's knocked loose. Doncic with the steal. Irving against Anunoby. Doncic right side. That doesn't go either for Doncic.
Nothing going right on the offensive end. 0 for 4 from the field.
Barnes, good for the basket. Starting off 1 for 1 with that shot.
Boy, Pascal Siakam plays at his own pace, able to find the open man.
Here's Doncic. Good on the bucket. And while it's still very early in the season, the top teams, Greg, have already started to distinguish themselves across the NBA.
Getting off to a hot start, always a good sign. But don't sleep on the teams that are still getting locked in. A lot can change in the coming months.
Well, Siakam pushing right through the contact. Go ahead, young sir. Powell
with a screen on Schroeder. Doncic passes to Pop. And Pirtle sends it back. Anunoby kicks to Siakam. Puts up a three. It's rebounded by Doncic.
And they had some boxed coverage that turned into no coverage.
Here's Irving. It's good. He makes his first shot of the game.
I think we all understand how dangerous Kyrie Irving is in the mid-range game. Delivers one there.
Passes it to Barnes. Over Hardaway. It's good from Barnes on the assist by Siakam. Barnes has got his second basket.
And I like to see this. They're calling his number early, and he's delivering.
They know that if this guy goes off, their chances of winning rise exponentially.
Now here's Irving. His last outing with 20 points. Right side Hardaway. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Doncic with the bucket.
Well, Doncic is never shy from three-point opportunity. You give him a window, he will take it.
And you watch the way Doncic runs this offense. He's become a master at the pick and roll. Incredible to see someone run it to perfection.
And it's out of bounds. The Raptors able to retain possession here.
Here's a look at some stats for Pirtle. He's coming off an excellent season, and he was among the top 20 rebounders in the league. Never shy about throwing his weight around in the paint.
And he was a shot blocking machine last season for sure. As you said, top 5 in the league. He gave ground to absolutely no one. And Dallas going with a whole new group out there. Right now, let's bring up the 2K leaderboard and see the teams that really knew how to clog the passing lanes last season. The Raptors in second.
You could tell by watching them how much they enjoyed playing defense. They seem to have an endless reserve of energy flying around and pressuring the basketball.
And here are the Raptors now. They trail by 1. And with Doncic in the pick and roll game, he's so good at such a young age.
It's amazing how well he reads the defense, but he can also freeze the defender or create confusion with that hesitation. He has all the tricks to run it.
Now here's Curry after the miss from Dennis Schroeder. 4 on the shot clock. Comes up empty from 19 feet out.
Maybe he rushes that just a little bit, who knows, but he couldn't have gotten a better look than that.
Launches a 3. The Mavericks pull it in.
Not quite enough defense. That time around, just lucky he was off.
Kicks to Curry. Holmes with a screen on Trent to the left side wing. Curry looking it over. The shot, no good. Now Toronto takes it the other way. Their last game, a win against San Antonio, looking to carry that into this one.
And sometimes it's a lot harder to get easy looks on the road, but they found ways to get their guys good looks.
Well, they knew exactly how to approach that defense. They shot a fantastic percentage because they got quality looks.
And it's off the back rim, no good.
Well, that's a blown defensive coverage, but it doesn't matter. He cannot answer the bell.
And it's Schroeder missing.
Boy, he's at the cup, but that is tremendous defense. Prohibit the lay-in without fouling.
Curry passes to McGee. Green left side. Inside, Young with the steal. At the end of one, a closely contested game so far. It's the Raptors up 1. We're back after this from American Airlines Center.
Hold on. Jesse made another one.
And getting going again here in the second quarter. Fairly close game so far. And from what we've seen so far from the Raptors, guys, your thoughts?
What we saw in that first quarter, they won their matchups defensively.
I think across the board, a number of guys who've done a great job guarding multiple positions.
So the Raptors 5 right now, sharing the wing spots for them. It'll be Trent Jr. and Anunoby. Siakam is out there with Jakob Poeltl, and it's Barnes in at the 1. Now here is Irving over Trent. The kick out to Williams. Back to Irving. Williams sets a screen for Irving. His second shot goes in, off to a good start, 2 for 2.
Well, the key there is Kyrie Irving did a great job setting up his defender on the pick and roll, and it led to the score.
Williams against Siakam. No good. He's off to a slow start. 1 for 4 so far. The Mavericks trailing.
Boy, what a season 2022 was for the Dallas Mavericks, making it all the way to the Western Conference Finals. Obviously, the huge upset over the Suns turned that season into what was a dream run early in Luka Doncic's career.
And you love seeing that great mobile one drive a second time.
And putting that pressure on the rim. That's what it's all about, threatening with that attack.
Williams, a screen on Trent. Here's Irving. Here's Williams. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2. And with the Mavs, a trip doors to the conference finals puts them ahead of schedule, many people think.
Yes, Kevin, but I don't think you can let that momentum you built last year fade in any way. You've got to keep your foot on the gas pedal. We know how fragile success in the NBA is. You've got a top 5 player on your roster. You have to make sure you're taking advantage of opportunities.
And doors for teams trying to establish culture and institutional values. What makes that possible? How does that work?
I think that begins from ownership through the front office and then down to the coaching staff and then finally to the players. But Kevin, we know this. It can't be just talk. Show me, don't tell me. You have to be accountable to your teammates and to the organization.
Now here's Barnes. Boy, he was something else against San Antonio. Anunoby finds McDaniel. Count the basket. McDaniel's got the lead up to 3 now for the Raptors.
What you see is continued improvement in his ability to create for others. Great to see OG Anunoby make the open read.
Here's Doncic. He's got 5. Lays it up off the glass. Doncic has got 7 points in the game.
Great job of screening there. Nice job to take it to the rim and get the finish.
Trent passes to Barnes. Shoots over Doncic. Doncic with the block.
Luka Doncic more than capable on the defensive end because he has size and smarts, and he sends that one back.
Dwight Powell's checked in for the Mavericks. And so it's Doncic with it. He brings it up for Dallas. They trail by 1. This game coming after a loss against the Jazz.
Painful to watch, guys. You could see their frustrations mounting, unable to get into any kind of a rhythm whatsoever.
I thought they were outworked and outplayed in just about every phase of the game. Maybe that's one of those situations where you say, hey, let's move on.
And you look at Jakob Poeltl, great touch and presence inside the paint. Can get you with a move or just power his way to the hoop.
Fantastic ball movement. They're picking them apart with their passing.
Here's Doncic. Gary Trent Jr. making his last shot. In the corner, Irving with it. Again, the miss by the Mavericks. And Greg Poeltl has so many options to score inside.
And that's why he's such an efficient scorer, Kevin. Very composed at the rim. Doesn't need a lot of time to get his shot off inside.
And really keeping the ball hopping around here offensively.
Shot is good, and the Toronto lead is cut back down to 3 points with the bucket from Kyrie Irving.
Kyrie Irving is elite, finishing on the interior. Don't let the size fool you.
And the Raptors call time here. Greg, when you look at Toronto, they have a lot of length and defensive switchability.
They swarm opposing stars and tend to make it very difficult in those passing lanes. So a great profile for a modern NBA defense.
On the Mavericks with some changes. JaVale McGee's checked in for Grant Williams. Josh Green comes in for Hardaway. And Curry subbed in for Kyrie Irving. Here in the second quarter, just under 3.5 minutes played. Bounce pass, Schroeder, and Young slams it home.
Boy, how about the strength by Thaddeus Young on that dunk? My goodness gracious.
Outside Curry. Back to Doncic. Powell with a screen on Schroeder. Here's Doncic. Boucher with the rebound.
That's the kind of D you need when he's got the ball near the hoop. They were all over him.
Schroeder against Doncic. Boucher tipped back in for two. Boucher's got his second basket of the night.
And hard work on the glass. Once again, guys, they put a lot of effort and focus on the backboard.
And Curry has it in the corner. Back to Doncic. Looking to end his cold spell, and he lays it up and in. Doncic has got 9.
What a finish by Luka Doncic. Don't underestimate his strength. The Don has got that in his game.
Down low, and he throws it down hard with one hand.
Yeah, I mean, maybe could have tried for a more memorable dunk than that one.
And we know he's capable of those memorable ones. Now, here's Doncic. 29 points for him last game against Utah.
You know what else impressed me? How infectious his tenacity was. Simply a wrecking ball on the boards, collecting huge amounts of rebounds.
Powell against Schroeder. McDaniels passes to Young. Back to McDaniel. Young, a screen on Kirk. So that'll be it for the first half. Fairly even battle underway in this one. Raptors lead by 5. And now we'll send it over to David Aldridge, who is standing by courtside. David.
Thanks, Kevin. Jason, a hard-fought first half. How do you assess the game so far?
We're going to need everybody. And the one thing we got to do is we can't settle. We got to keep attacking and get the ball in the paint.
Thanks, David. And we'll be back shortly following halftime to get the third quarter underway.
Thanks for joining us through the first half. There is still some work to do for the Dallas Mavericks.
If they take care of the boards, they'd be in much better shape. It's a hidden stat that you can come up and bite you. Right now, it's chomp, 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 chomp.
Yeah, I agree. This is from the man who averaged 11 boards a game for his career. Shot, chop, and knowledge.
11? You sure that's correct?
And next up, we have the award winners, our players of the month in the East and the West. In the East, Joel Embiid.
The big man, Joel Embiid. He's so patient with his moves and decision-making now. His combination of size and feet work are incredible. He has that Hakeem Olajuwon gene. Looking for him to win this award many more times to come.
And that's all for us. Now it's time to send it back to Kevin Harlan for the beginning of the third quarter.
Second half of basketball upon us. We may be in for an exciting finish based on how close of a game it's been so far. You have to like what you're seeing from Luka Doncic.
And you know he's going to put up points every time out, but boy, he made it look so easy in that first half.
Now let's see if he continues that trend the rest of the way. He certainly has the talent and the endurance to do just that.
Irving is out there with Doncic. Then it's Williams. Then there's Dwight Powell, and it's Hardaway in at the 3, the small forward. That's the lineup in the game for Dallas. It's so hard, isn't it, Doris, to define Scotty Barnes' position? Point forward would probably, I guess that'd be correct.
I guess, Kev, and it almost doesn't matter, right? Because what we know about Scotty Barnes is he's got big-time talent. He can make plays, he can get downhill, he can rebound and run with the basketball in his hand. And think about it. He is a guy still with so much upside. Imagine when he locks in completely and understands the NBA game. Sky's the limit.
Now, here is Irving. Following the miss by Scotty Barnes. And there's the basket. Whistle blows and a chance for a three-point play. Going to the line for one.
They didn't have much of a problem getting the ball into the post that time.
This will be his third free throw shot of the game.
Now at the line for your Mavericks, Grant Williams. One shot.
And that one falls for Williams. Raptors with the lead. Schroeder outside. He dishes it to Barnes. Back to Schroeder. Second chance effort. And Pirtle lays it up and in. Pirtle's got his second bucket of the night.
Well, the hard work on the offensive glass pays off for Jakob Pirtle. Like to see that mindset from the big man. Goes back up strong as soon as he gets his hands on the basketball.
And Doncic gets it to go.
And obviously his momentum from the last game has carried over here tonight.
No, I think that's the one thing every player is searching for. Consistency. They're giving this guy a chance to carry the offense once again.
And here is Siakam. After Luka Doncic hitting the three. Clock at 6. Barnes finds Schroeder. And a miss there on the triple.
It's amazing the success they've had with him shooting this way. 0 for the night.
Doncic passes to Irving. And he drives in. What a terrific move that was. Irving's got the lead up to 1 now for the Mavs. That was a second look at our Mobile One Drive. Amazing control on display.
And a close game like this, you've got to dig deep and just find a way to make things happen.
And the question for the Mavs is simple. How do you best build around Luka Doncic? They'll try to answer that in the coming year.
Siakam, good.
Boy, how far has the shot, the perimeter game of Siakam come? His rookie year, he made 1 3 all season. Remember that.
Now, here's Doncic. 12 points for him. And stolen by Siakam. And here's the fast break. Siakam leading the way. Nobody near Barnes. Misses the three. And Greg, it just seems for the Mavs, it's all about finding the right fit for the role player.
And that's why this team was willing to move on from Porzingis. Going forward, you could see them look a lot like the Harden-era Rockets.
The three for Doncic. Another three for Dallas.
Consistent nightly scoring in the league is hard, but Luka Doncic showing he has the frame, the game, and the stamina to do just that.
And the Raptors call time here. As the teams head into this timeout, a chance for the coaches now to map out some plays for the next few minutes and a chance for the players to rehydrate with some Gatorade. That's important if they want to make sure they don't wear down later in the game.
Absolutely. Over the course of a game, you have to stay hydrated.
Third quarter here, and 3 minutes have come off the clock. Can't connect from short range. Dallas has gone 3 of 5 from beyond the arc so far tonight. Hardy passes to Green. Curry with him. Pass to Hardy. Holmes with a screen on Barnes. Boucher with the steal. Barnes looking around. Trent against Curry for the three. Here's Siakam. And he makes good on the layup. Siakam's got 5 points in the quarter.
Well, I absolutely love the way this guy has controlled the pace tonight. They've been able to play the style they want.
McGee sets the pick for Curry. Here's Green going inside, and Green slams it in.
When you think of Seth Curry, you're thinking shooting, but there, what a pretty pass to find the open man.
And so Siakam will bring it up for the Raptors. It's a 1-point game. Now here's Barnes. He's tightly guarded. And Scotty Barnes, the Rookie of the Year in 2022 in the NBA.
And you could argue he was maybe the biggest surprise of the 21 draft. made a huge impact on the floor immediately. If you did a redraft of that class, he'd be closer to the top.
And let's get your take, guys, on the scoring breakdown for the Mavericks.
They're doing damage from the mid-range. Not sure if that was the game plan or if they're just taking what the defense gives them. But thus far, it's paying off.
I think the other thing we're seeing tonight is the floor spacing of this team. Boy, they are shooting the cover off the basketball all game.
The Raptors are only a few years removed from its championship in 2019. Boy, a lot has changed since then.
Young's checked in for Pascal Siakam. He hits the second from the line.
And you can see that even though he ties the game up, disappointed he couldn't give him the lead.
Now here's Hardy, covered by Barnes. Green inside.
Oh, and he went for the two-hander on the slam, using some muscle.
Some urgency from him there, sure. Toronto trailing. 41 seconds left to play here in the third. Boucher sets a screen for Barnes. And the dunk by Boucher.
Well, that's about the mobility of Chris Boucher and the feel of the spot to roll to on the floor. Nicely done.
Trent against Curry. Holmes with a screen on Trent. Curry passes it to Holmes. And a great assist by Curry as that one goes in. Holmes got the lead up to 2 now for the Mavs. Here's Barnes, and the dunk by Barnes.
That's big-time length and athleticism by Scotty Barnes, leaving no doubt.
Outside, Green. 1 second left. And no good on the last second attempt this time. And we wrap up the third and looking to be an exciting fourth quarter. And time for the short break, and stay right where you are. The fourth quarter is coming up next. While we have the chance now, folks, let's go to our State Farm assist of the game.
Yeah, a terrific, unselfish play right here. Set up his teammate, and how about the setup this was?
How about the secondary playmaking you are getting? Great to have that from the shooting guard spot.
And with these teams locked in a very close contest, this fourth quarter promises to be a good one. On the court for Toronto to start the fourth. Sharing the wing spots for them, it'll be Trent Jr. and Anunoby. Pirtle is out there with Chris Boucher, and it's Schroeder in at the point. Now, here's Doncic, and the foul called on OG Anunoby. That's his fourth foul of the contest. Siakam is checked in for Chris Boucher.
Pascal Siakam.
Irving against Anunoby. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line. That one goes on Anunoby.
Boy, when you think of Kyrie Irving, hard not to believe he has got perhaps the best handle in the entire NBA.
That free throw good from Kyrie Irving.
And you knew things were going south for Irving and the Nets when they couldn't agree on a contract. He was eventually traded and is a big talent boost to this team. Kyrie still has all the talent in the world, even if it comes with some risk.
Both free throws good for Irving.
And Kyrie Irving, a Picasso with the ball in his hands. And like a lot of genius-level creators, he marches to the beat of his own drum.
Now, here's Siakam. Six on the shot clock. That one's not going to go. Excellent D there from Williams. And you know, Greg, Kyrie sometimes is just a tough guy to figure out.
And the danger is pulling too much in your own direction. Even he confessed regrets about in Cleveland withdrawing from teammates and isolating himself. All part of growth.
Here's Siakam following the basket by Kyrie Irving. Kicks it out to Schroeder. And the three ball is good.
You love the no hesitation from Dennis Schroeder. Just catch fire and let it go.
Williams, a screen on Schroeder. Here's Doncic. Good D by Siakam. And so Siakam will bring it up for Toronto. Dishes it to Schroeder. A little over a minute and a half of the fourth quarter gone now. Well, a careless foul, and he'll go to the line for 3 free throws.
The son of an NBA vet, Gary Trent Jr.'s game is very different than his dad's.
Well, obviously, Gary Sr. had more size and therefore was a post player in a different generation. The younger Mr. Trent, an excellent shooter from deep. Pretty much the opposite style of play.
Ties it up, and this next one could give them the lead.
Gary Trent Jr., to me, guys, the very definition of a true shooter. He believes it's a natural talent, but he also works to develop himself into a reliable and efficient shooter.
Dwight Powell's checked in for the Mavericks, and he nails the third.
Just solid, really one of the very best there is at the free throw line.
And out of bounds as Toronto gains possession.
Well, when you're careless with the basketball, you can expect that to happen.
And here's Schroeder. At the elbow, it's Siakam. The shot's good on the assist by Schroeder. Schroeder's got 4 assists now tonight.
And you like to see since the half now, he's finally starting to come around.
Now, here's Doncic. In the corner, Irving with it. Williams, a screen on Schroeder. Here's Doncic. Pass to Williams. 5 to shoot. Will it go? Shot is good, and the Toronto lead is cut down to 2 on the bucket from Kyrie Irving.
And the offense starting to click for them this half. They've raised that field goal percentage quite a bit since the break.
For those just joining us, fourth quarter here. We're just over 2.5 minutes into it. Pirtle. And no good. And it's Dallas the other way. Now the pass to Williams. Doncic outside. Williams sets a screen for Doncic. And another field goal in his total. Make it 7 for 14, shooting 50%.
Luka Doncic loves the big moment, and he delivers.
Toronto calls timeout. Barnes is checked in for the Raptors. And the latest now from our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. David, it's all yours. Take it away.
Hi, guys. During that last break, I heard what the Raptors coach told to his team. His concern was both their inconsistency and their amount of three-point shots. He said, let's move the ball for good shots. If you have an open three, take it. Otherwise, let's attack the rim and put some pressure on these guys. Kevin?
All right, thank you, David. Now here is Hardaway. Following the miss by Pascal Siakam. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here.
A prime-time player. Doncic loves these moments. All eyes on Luka.
Luka taking 2 shots.
Good on the first, and that gives them the lead. Second one is good. Being both at the line, and it's a 2-point ball game.
Well, this is why you run your offense through him in important situations. You know he's going to deliver.
The Mavericks have gone 3 of 4 in field goal attempts since getting things started here in the fourth. Fourth quarter of play, and over 3.5 minutes have gone by.
I'm shocked that didn't turn into 3 points. I mean, he makes you pay on those nearly every time.
And Siakam gets it to go on the assist by Trent. Siakam's got 9 points here in the second half. Here's Irving. He feeds it to Powell. And the dunk by Powell.
Gigantic shots like that have to help Powell's confidence. Quality look.
And Toronto has possession. Schroeder outside. Here's Siakam.
Nice work to get it inside and draw the contact.
First personal foul. Second team foul. At the line for the Raptors. Pascal Siakam. At the line for 2.
Drops the first one, and that narrows the gap to 1.
Well, we've seen Pascal Siakam improve his free throw percentage drastically since entering the league. Now it's the moments that matter. Late game settings. Pascal, can you make them? You know, he doesn't let that opportunity slip by. Buries some big shots at the line.
Williams, a screen on Schroeder. Doncic with it. Now guarded by Siakam. Outside Irving. Williams has a screen for Irving. A crossover. Yes!
And that one sends the bench into a frenzy.
I'll tell you, these guys have worked so hard together. Everyone pulling in the same direction. Beautiful to watch.
Now, here's Siakam. To the middle. Here's Pirtle.
Powell is exceptional at timing for blocks. Rises up and sends it back.
He hits the first one, and that makes it a 3-point lead.
Guys, whatever Luka's percentages have been from the free throw line in the past, he is exactly where he wants to be in this moment.
And so both free throws are good. It's a 4-point ballgame.
He knew what was riding on those foul shots and didn't mess around, making this a 2-possession game.
And the Raptors call time here. They're trailing by 4. 24 seconds left in the fourth quarter.
And on your feet for the defense. And it's time to get up and get out.
24 seconds left to play in the final quarter.
This guy is so comfortable from beyond the arc. You give Gary Trent Jr. a look from 3 and look out, folks.
And they need to stop the clock, so there's a foul.
That's right. No other option but to foul and hope for some misses.
At the line for Luka. 2 shots.
Gets the first, and that will put them up by 2.
Well, watching Luka Doncic, you see someone who has got extraordinary feel for the game of basketball. Knows when to score it, knows when to pass it. His vision and his big-time shot-making are all incredible. Boy, it doesn't get much bigger than that. A perfect trip to the line to give them the critical 3-point cushion. What poise.
Williams against Siakam. Barnes outside. No good from 3-point territory. And now an intentional foul. They need the ball back as soon as possible.
You have to foul, but I'm sure they would have liked to foul someone different.
Kyrie Irving at the line for 2.
He doesn't hit the first, and that was the one they really wanted. He's got one more, though.
Well, Irving isn't the guy I would want to send to the line. He is very comfortable with that shot.
And the second of 2 is good. That gives them a 4-point cushion. And here's Barnes for 3. No good. Shot missing. So it's a narrow victory for the Mavericks, pulling out the W. It was a fantastic ball game, and they did a great job making sure it didn't get away from them late.
Yeah, I mean, they faced some challenges, but really held firm when they needed to. On both ends, and just effective in terms of coming away with this win.
And now we'll go to David Aldridge, who's standing by with our player of the game. Take it away, David.
Kevin, thank you. Hey, Luka, another win for you, but the games keep coming. So what's the most important thing for this team to establish?
I mean, compete, the way we compete today from the start till the end. The game is never over, and just compete.
I think it's important that you compete. Congrats on the win, man. Back to you, Kevin.
All right, David, great job. Thanks so much. Well, folks, that's going to do it for now. For Doris Burke, David Aldridge, Greg Anthony, and the rest of our terrific 2K Sports crew, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching. And now our New Balance player of the game, Luka Doncic.
Make your hell gaming.